Welcome back to Horror or Us. Children in horror movies, there's something uniquely terrifying about innocence colliding with pure evil. Whether they're haunted, sinister, or just caught in the wrong place at the wrong time, these young characters remind us that fear knows no age. Today, we're diving into the top 10 horror movies with children, a countdown packed with chilling performances, iconic scares, and stories that linger long after the credits roll. 10. Let the right one in.
Är du vampyr? Hade du tyckt om mig ändå?
This Swedish masterpiece blends horror with poignant storytelling as it follows Oscar, a lonely, bullied boy who befriends Eli, a mysterious child vampire. Their relationship is tender yet unsettling, as Eli's true nature is slowly revealed. The film explores themes of isolation, identity, and morality, using the snowy, desolate setting to enhance its melancholic tone. Moments of shocking violence, such as Eli's brutal attacks on her victims, remind viewers of the danger she poses, while her bond with Oscar provides a glimmer of hope in an otherwise bleak world. The film's nuanced approach to horror makes it a standout in the genre.
Vill du bli ihop?
9. The Babadook.
A rumbling sound, then 3 sharp knocks.
Jennifer Kent's The Babadook delves into the psychological horror of grief, centering on a mother, Amelia, and her troubled son, Samuel. The arrival of a sinister children's book creature, the Babadook, becomes a metaphor for the unresolved pain of Amelia's husband's death. Samuel's erratic behavior and obsession with protecting his mother add to the tension, as the line between reality and hallucination blurs. The film's exploration of mental illness, parental exhaustion, and the bond between mother and child elevates it beyond traditional horror. The Babadook itself, with its shadowy form and terrifying voice, is a chilling representation of suppressed emotions.
It's just a book. It can't hurt you.
8. Village of the Damned.
Beware these children. Behind their fiery, hypnotic eyes lurk the demon forces of another world.
This sci-fi horror classic explores the terror of otherworldly control through a group of children born under mysterious circumstances. In the small village of Midwich, all the women fall unconscious and later give birth to eerily identical children with psychic abilities. The children's hive-mind behavior and lack of empathy make them chilling antagonists, capable of manipulating and destroying anyone who opposes them. The film taps into Cold War-era fears of conformity, loss of individuality, and the unknown. The tension between the villagers' humanity and the children's alien nature creates a thought-provoking narrative that transcends its genre.
I think they are the cells of man, advanced maybe a million years.
7. The Orphanage. J.A. Bayona's The Orphanage is a haunting tale of love, loss, and the lingering presence of the past. Laura returns to the orphanage where she was raised, hoping to reopen it as a home for special needs children. Her son, Simone, begins communicating with invisible friends, including a mysterious child named Tomas who wears a sack over his head. When Simone goes missing, Laura's search leads her to uncover the orphanage's dark history, including the tragic fates of its former residents. The film's emotional climax reveals the heartbreaking truth behind Simone's disappearance, blending supernatural horror with a deeply human story of grief and redemption. The ghostly children are both terrifying and tragic, embodying the unresolved pain of the past. 6. The Omen.
The perfect marriage of Ambassador Robert Thorne and his wife Catherine was fulfilled by the birth of their son, Damien.
The Omen is a quintessential tale of evil disguised in innocence. Damien, an adopted child, seems like any other young boy until a series of horrific events unfold around him. From his nanny's chilling suicide during his birthday party to the brutal deaths of those who try to uncover the truth, Damien's presence casts a dark shadow. As the story progresses, it becomes clear that Damien is the Antichrist, destined to bring about the apocalypse. The film uses Damien's angelic appearance to create a stark contrast with the chaos and destruction he causes, emphasizing the horror of evil hiding in plain sight. Themes of prophecy, destiny, and parental responsibility make The Omen a complex and enduring entry in the horror genre. No! 5. It.
Here. Take it.
Andy Muschietti's It brings Stephen King's novel to life with a focus on the fears and traumas of childhood. The Losers Club, a group of misfit kids in Derry, Maine, come together to face Pennywise the Dancing Clown, a shape-shifting entity that preys on their deepest fears. Each child's individual struggle, Bill's grief over his missing brother, Beverly's abuse at home, Eddie's hypochondria, adds emotional depth to the story. Pennywise's malevolence is heightened by his ability to exploit these vulnerabilities, manifesting as everything from a leper to a grotesque, dancing figure. The film captures the loss of innocence as the children confront both supernatural terror and the harsh realities of their lives. Their bond is the heart of the film, turning a story of horror into one of resilience and friendship.
I saw something.
A clown. Yeah, I saw him too.
4. Hereditary.
It's Grandma. You know you were her favorite, right? Even when you were a little baby, she wouldn't let me feed you because she needed to feed you.
Ari Aster's Hereditary uses the character of Charlie Graham to anchor its exploration of inherited trauma and dark familial legacies. Charlie is an enigmatic child whose unsettling mannerisms and fascination with the macabre immediately set the tone for the film. Her untimely and shocking death in a gruesome car accident becomes the catalyst for the family's downward spiral into despair and madness. As the story unfolds, it becomes clear that Charlie was at the center of an occult plan orchestrated by her grandmother, setting the stage for her brother, Peter, to inherit her role in the family's sinister destiny. The film's exploration of grief, mental illness, and fate is both harrowing and profound. Charlie's presence, both in life and death, lingers over the narrative, making her one of the most memorable child characters in horror history.
Oh my God, what's that?
3. The Sixth Sense.
You know the accident up there?
Yeah.
Someone got hurt.
They did?
A lady. She broke her neck.
M. Night Shyamalan's The Sixth Sense isn't just a horror film, it's an emotional journey centered on Cole Sear, a boy who can see and communicate with the dead. Haunted by spirits seeking closure, Cole lives in constant fear, unable to distinguish between friend and foe. His relationship with psychologist Dr. Malcolm Crowe serves as the emotional core of the film, as Cole learns to understand and accept his gift. Haley Joel Osment's performance as Cole is hauntingly authentic, capturing the pain of isolation and the terror of his encounters. The famous twist ending recontextualizes the story, revealing that Dr. Crowe is one of the ghosts Cole has been interacting with all along. The film is a poignant exploration of grief, redemption, and the burden of seeing the unseen, making it as emotionally impactful as it is terrifying.
I see dead people walking around like regular people.
I don't see anything. Are you sure they're there?
2. Poltergeist.
They're here.
In Tobe Hooper's Poltergeist, the innocence of childhood becomes a focal point for supernatural terror. Carol Ann Freeling, a sweet, unassuming little girl, serves as the bridge between the living and the dead when malevolent spirits begin communicating with her through the family's television. Her abduction into another dimension leaves her family desperate and terrified, as they face grotesque manifestations of the spirits, from a tree that comes to life to skeletons emerging from a swimming pool. The juxtaposition of Carol Ann's vulnerability with the chaotic power of the haunting creates a gripping narrative. The film also explores themes of modernity versus tradition, as the suburban home built atop an old burial ground becomes a battleground for unresolved spiritual unrest. Carol Ann's famous line, "They're here," is a haunting reminder of the fragile boundary between safety and terror.
It knows what scares you. It has from the very beginning.
1. The Shining. Stanley Kubrick's The Shining remains one of the most iconic psychological horror films ever made, and at its core is Danny Torrance, a child with the psychic ability known as the Shining. As Danny moves with his family to the isolated Overlook Hotel, his gift allows him to see horrifying visions of the hotel's violent past. From his eerie Red Room premonition to his terrifying encounters with the Grady twins, Danny's experience brings an unmatched layer of dread. His father, Jack Torrance, succumbs to the malevolent influence of the hotel, and Danny becomes a symbol of resilience as he uses his wits and abilities to escape the horror. The film explores themes of familial trauma, cyclical violence, and the vulnerability of childhood in the face of forces beyond comprehension. Kubrick's labyrinthine visuals mirror Danny's emotional and physical struggles, making his survival a triumph over both the supernatural and familial breakdown. And there you have it, 10 unforgettable horror films where children take center stage in some of the most terrifying ways imaginable. From psychic powers to sinister secrets, these young characters prove that age is no barrier to delivering chills. But now, it's your turn. Did your favorite make the list? Are there other creepy kids or spine-chilling performances we missed? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more spine-tingling content. Thanks for watching.